Okay, good afternoon to all the participants connected in the lab session. Today is the last day of our lab session, day 5, in which we will include the transport properties from the starting from the first day. We have included we have learned about the installation of our systems, the system software, and the various visualization tools. And then we have studied about the how to create the input file, the FDF file, and how to optimize any system. Then the various electronic properties like the DOS, PDOS, charge density, and the band structure. And yesterday we have studied about the optical, magnetic, and the mechanical properties of a system. And now today it's turn to learn transport properties of system. And today we have two experts with us, Dr. Ashok Kumar sir from Central University, Bhatinda, and second, the Dr. Arun Kumar sir from Himachal Pradesh. On behalf of my organizing committee, of my institute, and from AICT, I welcome you both, sir, Dr. Ashok sir and Dr. Arun sir. Thank you for sharing your time with us, sir. Now, just I want to give a small introduction about our experts. Dr. Ashok Kumar sir is assistant professor in the Department of Physics, Central University of Punjab, Bhatinda. Sir has obtained his PhD degree in condensed matter physics from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Before joining the Central University of Punjab in year 2015, he was UGC DS Kothari postdoctoral fellow at the Punjab University, Chandigarh. He has also worked in the group of Professor Ravin Pandey at the Michigan Technological University, USA. He works on the theoretical investigation of low-dimensional condensed matter systems within density functional theory. He is recipient of Young Scientist Award by Punjab Academy of Science in year 2015 and Best Research Award in year 2018 and 2020 by Central University of Punjab. He has published more than 50 research papers in various international journals of repute with average impact factor of 3.5. His H index is 21 with a more than 1700 citations in his credit. He has guided one PhD and three MPhil students and currently guiding three PhD students also. He has delivered several talks in national and international conferences and various workshops. I welcome you, sir, once again. Sir has visited our institute in our previous two workshops. Uh, Thank you, sir, for being with us. Dr. Arun Kumar sir is from Swami Vivekanand Government College, Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh, India. He has done his PhD from Himachal Pradesh University in year 2014 in structural, electronic, optical, and transport properties of pristine and alloyed ultra-thin nanowire of noble metals. He has more than 10 years of experience, teaching and learning experience. Recently, he's working as an assistant professor in Swami Vivekanand Government College, Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh. He is now his basic area of interest lies in the computational condensed matter physics, and he has published more than 20 research papers in various international and international journals. Thank you, sir, for being with us. On behalf of organizing committee, I welcome and request both Ashok sir and Arun sir to start their lab presentation.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Let us start today's session. We welcome the participants for this last session. Today we will be going to demonstrate about the electron transport properties of the one-dimensional system as an example. Before that, we will be demonstrating that how to install this transistor package using the NetCDF scope, and we will be introducing you about the requirement of that particular tool, different libraries, and the NetCDF installation and transistor installation. Then we will going to install the PV trans utility, which is very important to obtain the transmission function of any system which is a nano device modeling system. Then in the second part, we will be going to demonstrate about a case study of any a device, which is going to be a simplest one. The simplest one is going to be a atomic wire kind of thing. So we will be demonstrating about this device calculations, different parameters in the input files, and the output different output parameters, such as the zero bias conductance, current voltage characteristics of that particular two terminal device. We will be demonstrating the two terminal device. Okay, so current voltage characteristics basically. So Dr. Arun is with us. So he has vast experience in installation the various softwares and doing the calculations with the various different kind of softwares. So he is going to start about the demonstrating about the installation of that particular transistor software using this NetCDF support. So over to Dr. Arun, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ashok. So, earlier, I told you that how to install Fiesta, and I told you that how to use the latest version of Fiesta, that how to install, because licensing properties have been now changed. And today I am exploring Transista again in the new code. So I got some problems. I tried to sort it out that problem. I want to share with you that what are the problems and how those can be sorted out. But earlier version of Fiesta is better. In new version which we have used, that is Fiesta master underscore, which I told you to install in the earlier lecture or the earlier lab session. So, so here I am using this new version of Fiesta, and I have also installed earlier versions of Fiesta on my system. So I will run PV-Trans with the utility. You will learn in few minutes how that PV-Trans will work. But that PV-Trans is not working with this new Fiesta and the Fiesta that master version, because it has some bug in some file. So I will tell you that what is the problem. So first of all, I want to tell you a brief theoretical overview of Transfiesta. So this Transfiesta now is a part of it's a very brief review. In 5 to 10 minutes I will finish it. Transfiesta is a part of Fiesta, and it is based on non-equilibrium green function, and used for both structural calculation, structural relaxation, and for conductance calculation it is used. And what we can calculate? We can calculate zero bias conductance. So what is the conductance at zero bias? And IV characteristics, right? Then let us have a look at the model which people use for the quantum electron transport, as told by the Professor Pandey in the earlier lecture. So, say this is a very device region, and these are the electron reservoir. These are basically metallic contacts. So we can call it as leads also. Left lead or the right lead, left electrode or right electrode, whatever you want to call. So this is the contact region or the device region, and this is the what we call, this is the left lead and this is the right lead, right? So how to study this system? Because in Fiesta what we do, we will always deal with the periodic system, but the problem with this system is that this part is non-periodic. And this left and the right lead, these are periodic in nature, right? So this is Sorry. So that's the problem because CSA cannot deal with. And when we apply some bias, that means we are perturbing the system. So how to incorporate that? So the approach is to, so here I am talking about these three parts. These are very important. Left electrode, right electrode, and the contact region or the device region. I will talk about this also to you. So that means problem that how to couple finite contact to the infinite electrode. So this was addressed by Landauer in 1957. I'm not talking about all these details because so this is our Schrodinger wave equation that Hn is equal to En, so SIR is equal to E psi, like that equation. So this is our Hamiltonian, right? This is our Hamiltonian for left lead, this is for the right lead, and this is for the device region. And these are the TAW1, TAW2, and these basically is describe the interaction between device and the contact. Similarly, we have correspondingly wave function. Correspondingly, we have what we call these are wave functions, and that means our purpose is to solve this Schrodinger equation. So this Schrodinger equation is solved using a green function approach because this is a non-homogeneous. This is a non-homogeneous Schrodinger wave equation. So we have to solve this Schrodinger equation using a green function. And even in scattering problem, we will also try to solve the Schrodinger wave equation using the green function when we look at the quantum mechanics. So this is the approach which we are using here. And wait for 2 seconds because I am sending you some file which is needed.
Dr. Arun, please unmute yourself. You are in mute mode.
Just a minute, I muted it. Just minute, I'm starting in 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So this is a way that how we look at it theoretically, and there are two approaches in green function approach. One is the non-equilibrium green function, and another is the simply green function approach. So when we are doing calculations for the zero bias, so that means we are not perturbing the system. Means equilibrium is maintained in the left and the right lead. So that means we are using a simple green function approach, right? And but when we are perturbing the system, means using some potential may be thermal potential or electric potential. So when we apply that, how things will change, that we will see. So this is a simple way that that's how we theoretically look at all these things, and how siesta will work using equilibrium green function or the non-equilibrium green function approach. It's just a brief overview of present. We will try to solve this equation, and after solving this function, these are the certain transmission functions, mean factor functions we are getting, right? Then this is the equation which we will use to calculate the current. How transport occurs from left when we apply potential, that how transport of electrons will occur from through the device region from left lead to the right lead. So this is the basically formula which we will use. So at a particular bias voltage, what is the current? This is main formula that I want to share with you. And these are the books. This is the one book by Electronic Transport in Mesoscopic Systems by Surya. And another is a very interesting paper. And I use this paper to make this presentation. Right? So it is an introduction to one particle non-equilibrium function equation. So as told by Professor earlier, that it's a voltage axis, it is a current axis. So with the bias in the volt, the current will increase, right? So this is basically a ohmic device. But if you got current voltage characteristics like this, so that means it is a non-ohmic device. And if its properties are like this, so that means it shows tunnel diode like characteristics. Tunnel diode is also non-ohmic, and it shows diode like characteristics. This is a way that how we look at that what type of nature our device will have. And in the left and the right region, it is left lead, it is right lead. So this may be a gold contact, platinum contact, or anything else, right? And this is basically a device region. It may be a monolayer, bilayer, trilayer, or even you can use molecules here. But there should be a sufficient separation so that the atoms of this left lead will not interact with the right lead. So for that we will use sometimes buffer region, right? So this distance should be large enough so that this may not interact with this part. And this is very important point when we will do simulation, right? So when we look at the molecules, when we insert certain molecules or any other thing, so that When we are using molecules, so that means we are talking about the molecular electronics. So if molecule shows such type of characteristics, that means that molecule can replace tunnel diode, or that molecule can be used as a somewhere where the tunnel diode is required, right? So this is a way that's how people are using all these things. So up to this, any question? Because I think the theoretical part is more than enough.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I want to know that how many number of atom should be minimum that be required for formation of electrode.
Electrode. Basically,
Yeah.
electrode, depending upon situation to situation, that how many atoms are needed. Because the thing is that, say if I am having a molecule, it's say benzene molecule, right? So if you connect it with a gold it is like this, right? But it should be
Yes.
a periodic. Say this is a non-periodic. One thing, and this is also gold electrode. This is left leaf and this is the right leaf. So now it should be a tip like this, right? Right. So that, or some another very interesting thing what we will do, you, because when it will interact with this, so that means this atom is the immediate contact with this, but few atoms are there, at least 2 to 3 layers of atoms they are also the part of. So what we will do, we will try to make at least 3 layers of atoms as a part of the device also, right? We can do in this manner, and rest will be as it is, because now here we will take a minimum unit cell. Here we can use, after this we can use a minimum unit cell, so that this part is repeating itself. So this is a way that how we decide the number of atoms. If you say, if you don't do this one, so what will happen if from here your electrode region starts, right? From here your electrode region starts. So that means what will happen? This atom is interacting with this benzene ring also, but it is also interacting with this one. So that means it will affect the property. So that means the separation should be large enough so that electrode region will not interact with each other. Left atom sitting in the left electrode will not interact with the atom sitting in the right electrode. I think that is the answer. That should be the answer of this question.
Sir,
Are you
if
satisfied?
we study that small molecules like gases CO2, NO2, and other gases, greenhouse gases, then this gap will be minimum. So how we can overcome this problem?
We can make a part of this electrode region as a part of this one device. So that's what I did. Say, this is the left lead, this is the right lead, this is the molecule. What I will do, I will make this as a part of device. What I did, if molecule is small, I make this part of the electrode as a part of device. So this is whole is a device now, right?
Yes.
So yeah. So any other question?
I think we will proceed further, and we will take questions maybe later on.
So now I'm going to talk about the setting up of Transfiesta. This presentation I make for the earlier version of Fiesta, right? So not for this one, but I will tell you that how Fiesta is can be installed. Sorry, Transfiesta is installed for this newer version, and Narendra will send you commands time to time, right? You need not to worry about that. Brief review, and then we will do hands-on for this. Or what we can do hands-on, right now. So I think I told you that how to install Fiesta, right? So you should go to that also, the directory. Yeah, this is Fiesta master which I installed. So please go to this directory. Are you there inside that directory? Please respond. All the participants go to the directory where Fiesta is installed. Nobody is responding. So can I proceed further or not? Or stop here? Okay. So here we will make a directory obj underscore netcd, because what we will do, we will try to install Fiesta with the netcdf support. The reason for that is if you don't install it using netcdf support, then it creates a problem that it will not calculate current and voltage for you when you run Transfiesta, right? So it will give you transmission function, but it will not give you current and voltage. So that's why for the current and the voltage, you have to make a directory, say obj underscore netcd, right? So this is first thing you have to do. Please take screenshot or do it. Then go to this obj underscore netcd, and what will you do? Sh before installation of Fiesta with netcdf support, we have to install certain libraries, additional libraries, right? So these are the parts of these libraries, right? NetCDF-C, NetCDF-Fortran, HDFC, and ZLib. If you little bit confused, I will wait for you because it is little bit tricky. So need not to worry. You can do. So I am going into the Siesta matter and master and documentation is there. And here install netcdf4.bash is there. Right? You copy it and go back and install, paste outside, right? This one. Inside the documentation of Fiesta, you copy install _net cdf4.bash and paste it outside the document. You pasted it or not? If you do up to this, then please respond so that, yeah, okay. And if any help needed, then you can talk to me right now. So if I am able to help you, then I will try to help you out. One person said, yes, sir, he did it. Others did it or not? You have to download this, right? NetCDF4. So let us first of all download it. I will tell you that how to download it. We put it on it. Yeah. NetCDF. So you have to download NetCDF. So you have to download it. You copied the link and on command line you can directly paste its path wget. So this is the path of it. And it will be downloaded. Or you can simply download it by clicking on the link and then it will be downloaded and you can put it here. This is one thing that you have to do. So you have downloaded NetCDF-C-4.7.4. Then another thing which you have to download, NetCDF Fortran. because it's for the older versions. Now newer versions are there. We keep on changing with time to time. So that means NetPDF Fortran is needed. You have to download it again. Here is the link. You can download it. This is the command. You can take screenshot of it also. Yeah, now it's working. So that means two things which we have. Then you have to download this from the link which is provided to you by Narendra, which is for HDF5. Then for deadlift, are you with me? Your installation process is parallel with me, or you are somewhere lacking? Right. Then after HDF5, another is WGET HTTP is deadlift. These are the things which are needed. The version which we are using earlier means you have to install these four things. Sorry, download. ZIP file, basically NetCDF 4, it is 4.4, a newer version. Here may be a new version, and NetCDF Fortran and HDF5 and ZList. These are needed. ZIP files, right? So that means now we are having these ZIP files. HDF5, NetCDF, this key, NetCDF Fortran. Now, but here the versions are different, so I am removing which are additional. So, I'm removing. I'm removing it. If there is some problem, then I will, you can rethink that. Then NetCDF underscore Fortran will be there. If two versions are there available, NetCDF Fortran 4.4. See, I am again removing it. Yeah, we are having NetCDF C1. This is needed, right? Just increasing the font screen. This is one which is needed with the red color. Another file, this is Fortran, and then HDF5, this 1.8, 16, and ZLib. These are the four files needed. Now you have to go to the install netcdf 4.bash. GI. Up to this, are all these files in your directory? Are these files in your directory or not? Okay. So you have to make changes into install underscore netcdf.bash. You have to make changes. Yeah, here it is a version about which he is talking. So the person which is with us, let me see that. So NetCD 4.7.4. 4.7.4. So it is 4.7.4. same version is also with us, right? Then NetCD Fortran 4.5.2 is there. So it is 4.5.2 because it is NetCDF. It's a Fortran version. It is 0.2. So you have to make changes according to your software which is available to you. Okay. Then ZLib is with you 1.2.11. So 1.2.11 is okay. Then HDF is which one is with you? HDF5 1.816. 1.8.16 is with you. 1.8.16 is with you. So you have to save it. Then run install underscore netcdf4.bash, right? This is the way that how things will be installed. So up to this, if anybody has query, then Narendra will try to answer regarding installation. Up to this, you can ask in the chat box, and I will also there to help you out. So please ask questions up to this, and it will take 1 to 2 minutes or more than that. So up to then we can talk.
Swapnil Deshpande asked the question about OBJ NetCDF directory. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, okay.
So, uh, what we will do, it will give a message in front of us in the last when then it will give the path of certain library, and that we have to copy and paste that into that directory into the arc.net file. That's why this step is needed. You have to download this inside the Siesta. See, this is the path. So inside Siesta Master, you will download and you will install. It will automatically install inside the build directory. It will create using this build directory, and it will be installed automatically using this script. If everything is fine, if there is some problem, then you have to repeat.
The script is inside inside the document file. There is the script. This is the script. You can use this script. You can copy it and paste it outside it.
You do this one. This is the command. You have because you have to copy this install underscore next cd4.bash outside the doc directory. So this is the command. Let me tell you that what we will do in this as an example which was shared with you. So let me discuss with you this FDF file. Yeah. So our system has three parts: left lead, right lead, and contact region or the device region. So first of all, what we will do, we will run simulation for the electrode region and then separately for this device region, and then we will try to join all these. But here our device and electrode are both are of gold, right? So what I will do, I will run a simulation for first of all gold electrode, and this is a periodic system. The 6 atoms are there for the electrode, and similarly same configuration with the right electrode, so that means both are identical, left and the right both are identical. And then what here, the solution method is diagonalization. For electrode calculation, our solution method is diagonalization, and we will run this file using Transiesta, which we will learn later on. So this is our electrode region. So when I repeat it, so that means this atom will sit here, so bond will be complete. So that means this is electrode region, and it is periodic and periodic along z-axis. Its periodicity along z-axis, and in both the x and the y, it has vacuum. So here, in earlier versions, we will run this electro.fdf file using Transiesta_netcd, but in new versions, Transiesta is a part of Siesta. In new version, Transiesta is part of Siesta. So in this code which you have downloaded, here you have to use command Siesta -electrode. This is the command. I am writing it here. Siesta -electrode. This is the command that you have to use in place of Transiesta, right? NetCDF I have written because I am using because I have installed on my system with NetCDF or without NetCDF. That's why for recognition I have write it as Transiesta_netcd. Right? So in place of Transiesta netcd, you have to use this command in the version which you have installed. Right? And it will create a file PSHS. This file is needed for further calculation. Right? This file is needed. So this is for the device calculation because this contains information. Now, after that, what you have to do, just let me check whether the simulation is over or not. Sorry, compilation. No, compilation is on the way. So now we have to join device with the electrode, and we run the transistor for electrode plus device using PSHS file formed in the electrode calculation. And the PSF file must be there. It's a pseudopotential file. So here, this is our transistor. Now, in earlier the solution method is diagonalization, but here the solution method is transistor. When we will insert device. So say this is our left leaf, this is our device, and this is our right leaf. This is our right leaf. And this is the K point, 1 by 1 by 50. And these are some additional flags. Here we have given the voltage. Voltage we have given here. These are the another blocks. Am I audible and things are clear up to this?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Okay.
And the file which I am sharing with you, it is scattering.out.fdf. Earlier is electro.fdf, it is a scattering. Scattering means it contains the information of the left lead, right lead. and whatever you can rename it at your own convenience.
Dr. Arun, can you show this structure in the GDIS? Means electrode and different structure.
This is the screenshot of GDIS,
Okay.
right? You simply put the coordinates and this unit cell, then you will get this. So this is the thing which is there. Yeah. So this is the right electrode, this is left electrode, and then this is the device. Shambhu is asking some question. I'm not sure whether I will able to answer that or not, but I will try, because Shambhu is asking about the transfiesta using non-equilibrium Green function approach. So transfiesta basically gives us the transmission function. Then the integration part will be done with the help of the TV trans, I think so. So that's the two different methods are required. Transistor will do different thing for us, and the TV trans will do different thing for us. So, am I able to answer your question or not, Shambhu? So, similarly, you have to make changes here also again. You have to run this catering.fda file again, but in your version which you are using, that is new version. If older, then it's okay. Here you have to use command c** electrode. And then TSHS file will be there and TSDE file is here. After that, you will run TV trans. You have to use TV trans, then you have to use TV trans again for the same FDF. So these two files are needed here. So this is the way that how we look at. I'm not sure whether we are able to do all the calculations here, because right now, because there is some scarcity of time. So after running, here we will get current and the voltage. This is voltage. So at 0 volt, current will be 0 ampere. And this is the transmission function. This is the transmission. So it's a quantum conductance. So if I look at its band, one band is crossing and getting a discrete conductance at this point. At 0 volt, it is transmission function. So its value will be 1. So that means its conductance will be 1G naught. And you have to make changes in the voltage, and for different voltage. Now what you have to do, once this is run, then you have to make 0.1 volt, run transfiesta in different directory. You can you take a different directory, run transfiesta. After running transfiesta, you have to run TV trans. Means you make changes into the voltage window. Voltage is 0.1, or you can make it minus 0.1. Then run transfiesta and then TV trans. Run transfiesta and TV trans, and then you will get, for another voltage value, you will get the separate value of the current. See, these are the different, say, at 0.0 volt, this is the current. At 1 volt, around about 1 volt, it is the value of the current. It is for 2 volts, it is the value of the current, and so on. This is for the negative wise, and similarly you can got values for the positive. So these are the values which we are getting, and try to plot it. So when I plot it, I got this value of the current and the voltage. This is the value of the 0 volt. At 0 volt it is 0. At 0 volt it is 0. So I think I am missing one value. One value should be here. I missed that during simulation. Right. So it is 0.1 and then 2, 3, and so on 5. So this is the IV characteristic of gold chain. And this is like ohmic conductor. It's a simple example. But there are so many issues with the transport properties when we are doing the transistors, some convergences issues. It's a little bit tricky. I told you only those slides which are needed for you so that you will not get confused. Because there is some changes in earlier versions and the newer versions of Fiesta. Okay, so I think the things which we are using. So there is a message mentioned here. Please add the following to the bottom of your arc.make. Right? That's what is mentioned here. So that means you have to copy this part. You copy this part, select and then copy. Sorry, let me ask one thing. Whether this message is displayed on your system or not, then I will move further. Okay, Swapnil Deshpande is responding. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. If Fiesta transistor is installed in this manner, okay, M4 utility is not, so you simply give command sudo apt-get install M4. One thing, sorry, important thing is that you have to install the things first of all. And once things are clear to you, you can do things at your own if you have computational facility. I don't have large computational facility. I did all these things on my laptop simply. But you have to keep patient. So may I proceed further? May I proceed further?
Yes, please proceed further.
Okay. So you go to now OBJ directory which you have made with netcdf okay, I have for you. Okay, let me make mkdir net. I'm just simply writing it simply net, right? Whatever you want to call, you can call. Because I tried it earlier, so that's why I couldn't. Yeah, this is my directory. I go to here, obj_net, right? And I copied from obj directory, arc.make file. Here, this is the command. I think Narendra is also sharing in the chat box, right? And then what I will do, sh:// src obj underscore setup.sh. This is one thing, right? And I copied arc.make, so need not to make rest of the thing. So now I open my arc.make file. When I copied it, yeah. So in the last of it, in the last of this, you paste those lines which you have copied, right? These are the lines which you have copied from the message which is displayed in front of you, right? So take 1 minute. After that, I will again start, right? If you have any query, you can ask.
Hello, sir. Can you please summarize quickly that first we have to create an electrode or a junction that we have to create. Then we have to run sister diagonal method and optimize that geometry. Then with with the scattering device, we have to take a solution method transistor and then run transistor method. Then after that, TV transistor. Can you summarize these?
I will summarize. So first of all, we have to copy install script from the document outside it, one step. Then you need some library to be downloaded, and let me list that library. So these are the libraries. These are the 4 libraries which are needed, right? You have to download there, and then you have to run that script which you have copied from the document. And after copying that installation script, you have to run that script. After running that script, if everything goes fine, then what you have to do, a message will be displayed, and it was written there. There is a path of the libraries. You have to copy that path of the libraries into the arc.make. Now the procedure for Fiesta installation or the Transfiesta installation in the newer version is similar. So I pasted that into there, and then these are the changes which we have made, right? And then save it. After saving, you simply, earlier what we will do in earlier versions, we will do make trans fiesta in earlier versions. You have to compile it in this manner. What message it is suggesting? Trans fiesta executable is deprecated and trans fiesta method is enabled in fiesta executable. So that means you simply make fiesta. You need not to make trans fiesta separately, because now fiesta is a part, trans fiesta is a part of fiesta. So you have to simply do make fiesta and fiesta will be compiled. That means you have to simply compile fiesta with NetCDF support. So that means for trans fiesta to run, you have to compile fiesta with NetCDF 4 support. That's sufficient. Earlier you have to install separately. Install fiesta with NetCDF 4 support. That is sufficient for trans fiesta installation. But NetCDF 4 installation is tricky because it requires 4 libraries. You have to download that and then install that. It gives error of M4, then you have to install M4 tool also. Sudo apt -get install M4. Even in my experience, design the whole system, linear chain, including device and electro-optimal respectively. You should predetermine how many atoms you are using as electrons, then follow the steps of function. I send you file that contains these atoms also. That contains information, electrode and the scattering region and the device region. Everything is there. The file which is given to you. So first of all, installation is more important. It seems that after running the install script, the required files are downloaded. Is it true? After running the install script. To run install script, you should first of all download those files and then a script will run. That means gift file should be there and then you will run the script. You can design 3 electro device also in trans fiesta, and some examples are also given there. but I never tried that. Because more computational power is required. Even you can design n-terminal device also. 3 or 4, up to 4 terminal device examples are given.
Hello, Dr. Arun.
Yes.
Yeah, can you share these tutorials with the participants so that they can also see the different steps to install the transist and all?
I think Dr. Ashok, you can share your PPT because the version which they have installed that is newer, and I made PPT for the older version.
Okay. So,
So
so I have also mailed you these tutorials, no?
you can share your which you have made to me.
I'm just sharing these tutorials with Professor Verma, and he will share with participants.
Okay, okay. So this Fiesta is now working. Now that means Fiesta is installed with Transfiesta along with it, right? So no need to go for this Transfiesta, right? Now we have to install TV Trans. So come outside it, go to the util, and there is a directory TS, and inside TS there is TV Trans. Yeah. This is TV Trans directory. It contains make file. In your version, it gives some problem. That I tell you, right? But you have to make changes into your make file again. So and Dr. Ashok will share with you his presentation. It is for older version. So my object directory is this one. My name of my object directory net. This is my object directory, right? Which I have created, obj_net. You have to simply make changes here. And then make. Okay? You make changes here and then simply make. If on your system it gives no error, that will be good thing. But on my system it is giving some error. I'm trying to sort out that error from the morning, but I'm not able to do. And m_spin.f is some file. It is because of that. It is sitting in the src directory. I think it may be some bug or any other problem. But my older version, for older version, this TB_trans is what type of information you require? I'm not getting your question. Mandar asked question, but I'm not able to learn that. Sorry, understand that. You can repeat your question.
Sir, I was asked about 3 electrode region.
Okay. In the Fiesta test directory is here. In that, it will tell you that how it has some FDF files containing 3 or up to 4 terminal devices. You can understand those examples. So up to this, what I will do, let us go to the again the file which we have shared with you. It is the file which are shared with you that contains au.sf, electro.fdf, and the scattering is a directory. So but in your directory, PSHS file is already there, but I don't have PSHS directory, right? So what I will do, I will run this, right? I will run this. So the command is // I go inside my directory. Here obj_net, it contains Fiesta. I am giving path, but you are running trans Fiesta with the help of Fiesta. So command is --electrode less than, sorry, the symbol this electrode.fdf t electrode.out, that you have to run. This is the command. You have to give path according to your own system. in earlier versions, in place of this, you have to use trans Fiesta. But here I am using Fiesta-Electro, right? So just enter and it will run simulation for you. You can see file in GDIS, as I told you, that's how we look at the file. The version 4.1 is better. The version which is downloaded from GitLab, it's good enough, but it has problem with the try TV trans. So this is the error message which is displayed here on my system. Whether this message is displayed or not, if this message is not displayed and TV trans executable is formed on your system, that means then there is no problem, there is some problem with my system. So please tell me whether this installation process is completed or not of TV trans. So you can tell me. Because when version is modified, you get some problem always, but you have to sort it out at your own. So have you compiled the TV trans or not? Please answer. Yes, Swapnil Deshpande, yes sir, means you have installed, you have run it, you got some error message or installed properly regarding TV trans. Swapnil Deshpande. Okay, so you can check whether TV trans is there or not. You can see ls star dot, sorry, TV star. If you give this command, you can see TV trans should be there. If it is there, and then that's good. You can share your screen also. I can stop my sharing screen so that I can told. Will you please share your screen? I am stopping to share my screen. Just a minute, I am just stopping. Swapnil can share his screen. Your terminal is not visible, Swapnil. Okay. Now I'm again sharing my screen because Swapnil's screen. Okay. I got this error, but let me go back. Okay, so this is the run which I told you. So this is PSHS file. It is created here, right? Now you have to copy this elect underscore whatever its name PSHS file to the sketching, right? And now if I go to sketching, you can take screenshot of this also. So if I go to sketching, these are the files. This is the FDF file, and here this is elect underscore au.pshs, and it is au.pss, right? So now what I will do, I will run again. I am giving the path. Of this, I have to run this sketching.fdf. I explained this file. Sketching.out, and you have to run fiesta dash electrode, or if you have older version, then you have to run simply trans fiesta, right? So if you enter, it will do something for us. If you have any query or question,
कोई भी आए उस लिंक पे जाना होगा तो चलेगा लेकिन देख के क्या कर रहे हैं व्हाट शुड फ्री एंड फेयर मतलब ये सब
Dr. Verma, do I have time or not?
So we have scheduled a yoga and meditation session from 4 p.m., sir.
Okay, so wait, I think we have to wait for 4 or 5 minutes. Then I think I can show the participants that how at 0 bars the current will be 0, just to run PV trans.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And rest things are in the presentation which was shared with the participants by Dr. Ashok.
Yes, sir. We have shared the transport tutorial given by Dr. Ashok sir in their mails.
Okay, okay, right.
Yes, sir. Just I have mailed.
It's almost finishing. 4 to 5 minutes more needed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will be best, sir.
कोई टीचर 2 सेक्शन में लेना है, 2 सेक्शन में अलग अलग क्लास लेकर बाकी से टीचर को बोलने में था तो उनका उत्तर है।
Let's convert.
Job is. Am I audible? Yeah. So this is the transmission function. So which I told you in my presentation. And you have to plot this file scat_au. This is the transmission function. Now I will tell you, you have to simply use
PV trans casing.fds T, say, let me rename it with another name, and another name is say pv.dash. Let me call it as pv.out. So this is the way that PV trans is working. It's my older version, and it will take 180 seconds roundabout. And after it is completed, if you go to the tb.out file, because I completed it. Yeah. If you go to here, okay, it's some error. Just a minute. We will wait. This is last step. And here you will get current and voltages in display. They are sitting in the out file, tb.out. This is the way. That's how these things are sitting. Left, right, this is current and the voltage is 0 bar. And this is a transmission function. And then if you keep on changing the voltage, negative or the positive bias, you will get this current and the voltage graph. So it's almost finishing. And then I will stop, and thanks for your patience. I've taken more than minutes. And sorry for that.
Okay, so thank you very much, Dr. Arun, for this nice demonstration. Now, over to Professor Verma.
Thank you, Dr. Arun sir and Dr. Ashok Kumar ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This was very wonderful lab session on transistor. And we are very much thankful to you both. I was trying to help you, but Dr. Arun and Dr. Ashok, you both are more than sufficient for students' queries and the problems. So in future, I will take the help in this regard. Okay, thank you, sir. Next session will be on.
And it is finished.
Our yoga training is present. Okay, so over to Swati for the next concluding session of this workshop.
Thank you, Dr. Ashok sir, Dr. Arun sir, for sharing your expertise with us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Participants, we have shared the transport tutorial mail, means tutorial in your documents in your mail. Please check. And all the installation files are already shared to you through mail. And if you have any doubt, you can share your query in Dr. Verma sir mail ID. And also, I would like to thank Mr. Naren Kumar for assisting Dr. Arun sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Naren.
Thank you, ma'am.